To bunk or not to bunk? That is the question in this thy season of thy RV purchase. A little poorly done Shakespearean drama aside, a bunkhouse versus a non-bunkhouse. When should you actually consider pulling that switch? Because there's a lot of people who ride the cusp of which one's appropriate to them, and I'm not sure. They're like, I don't know, should we get bunks, should we not get bunks? And there's a couple different scenarios in which it makes sense. Here at Haylett's, I've had a lot of experience working with people on both sides of that, and I wanted to pass some of that along. You know, I talk about all these things, like I've been talking about like heat ducting systems and things lately, and all of a sudden I realized, you know, back it way up, 50-50, I mean, you know, half the floor plans out there are bunks and half of them don't. Which side of that should you be looking at? It kind of depends on your situation. So let me propose a couple scenarios, and these are generalizations, and you apply these to your scenario, and if it works, great. If the shoe fits, wear it. If it doesn't, then find what feels better to you, because it is your money, it's your purchase. Don't ever let someone spend money for you. Friends like to do that. Other friends always say, make sure you get one that has this or that. You get the one that works for you. Okay, so I think it's important to back up and say, who are bunks for? And the knee-jerk thought is everyone says, well, bunks are for the kids, right? No, bunks are not for kids. Kids don't care where they sleep. Kid will sleep there, they'll sleep there, they'll sleep on the roof, they'll sleep outside on a picnic table. They don't care. They just really don't care. Bunks are for mom and dad. Bunks are so that you, who are spending all this money, don't have to make a bed every night. Take it down every morning, tuck stuff away in the cabinets every single time someone wants to lay down to take a nap. Bunks are for mom and dad's convenience. Camping is supposed to be fun, relaxation, easy. It's literally called recreational vehicles, RVing. You know, it's supposed to be fun, simple, all that stuff. Well, flipping out a hide-a-bed or folding down a dinette every single time you want to go camping with the kids, not fun. Not fun. And the longer you go camping, the less fun that becomes. That's why bunks are nice, because it's pre-made. It's done. It's simple. It's one less thing you do every morning and night. And you think, one thing. It gets tiresome. It gets boring, you know. You don't, not boring, it's annoying. You don't want to do it. So if you've got a couple young kids, or let's say that you're a younger couple, or maybe you're an older couple who came together later in life, but whatever, you don't have any kids now. But it's maybe in the plans. You might think about it. You might think about getting something with some extra sleeping space. You might appreciate that. Now let's fast forward in time a little bit. You got kids. Congratulations. Or I'm sorry. I guess it depends. But they're in their teens. They're doing stuff. They're in sports. Whatever. They're not camping with you as much. Or camping with mom and dad is becoming lame. You're not cool anymore, mom and dad. You're chilly, and chilly ain't never been cool. I don't know that you should be getting a bunkhouse. If, like, let's say you've had the family camper for a while, and, well, you know, the kids are getting taller, you know, because they're in sports, they're playing basketball. Maybe you shouldn't be getting a bunkhouse. This is an interesting time where if the kids are going to be gone soonish, I don't think you should get a bunkhouse. I think you should get a couples camper with a big hide-a-bed sofa, maybe a big U-dinette that the tall kids can sleep on or something like that. And here's why I say that. Most people tend to buy one of these things and finance them. Most people tend to finance them for 10 to 12 to maybe 15-year terms. Do you want a 2-year camper that you're paying 15 years on? Do you? Because I doubt it. I doubt anyone wants to do that. That is, after 2.5 years, you're probably not at a good equity break-even point on a finance purchase. I've done other videos on RV financing, maybe review those at those time. But people don't think about that. They get locked down, they can only see what's directly in front of them, like, I need something different for my family now. Okay, that's fine, good. But where are you going to be 5-10 years from now? You might be ready for the couples camper that the kids being older. If the kids are old enough they don't fit on bunks anymore, they are physically capable of setting up their own hide-a-bed, their own dinette. They can take care of themselves now a little bit more than when they were 6. When they're 6, give them a bunk bed. When they're 16, don't give them a bunk bed. They don't need it anymore. You need your nice camper with your nice living space because they're going to be gone and you're going to be left with a trailer you don't like anymore because they left the house. Now, that's actually an interesting question is, you know, we get a lot of grandparents and you suffer from the grandparent go, oh, we got the grandbabies and we're afraid that, you know, if we don't give them a bunk, then they're not going to be comfortable. Kids don't care, dude. They don't care. They don't care where they sleep. Grandkids do not care. They're sleeping with grandpa and grandma. They're camping. They played with fish this morning in the pond. This is awesome. That's all grandkids care about. They don't care about where they sleep. You could literally throw a blanket and pillow on this floor. They don't care. It's camping, guys. You're not asking them to permanently sleep on the basement floor of your home. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. And I think this is why, that in-between phase period is why these newer middle bunkhouse floor plans, where you've got the nice big rear living room behind us. You know, awesome, we've got the couple's living space, but you also have this very cool little secluded room in here where you've got like say a hide-a-bed or some bunks or something like that. You've got a flex space. You've got a function room. These are called middle bunkhouses. They're called bonus rooms. I call them convertible rooms sometimes. They can do different things. Not all of these convertible rooms are middle bunkhouses. Like Open Range, for instance, makes a front convertible room that is very, very cool. It's a very popular model. So this floor plan, these middle bonus room things, they're hyper-functional because unless you just decide you don't need something this big anymore, it's the last RV you ever need. It's got a huge living room. It's got a middle room that can be an office, a den, a man cave, a craft room. It can be anything. It can be bonus storage space. It can obviously be bunk sleeping space. It can do a little bit of anything. The only thing that this RV can't be is small. You just can't build small bonus room bunkhouses, middle bunkhouses, front flex room bunkhouses, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, if the kids are young, get a bunkhouse. If you're looking at kids in the future, go ahead and get the bunkhouse now. You won't regret it. There are a select number of people who are like, well, we just have tons of totes we take, and we need the storage space. Well, then a bunk does make sense for you. But don't like physically, some people are like, I want to get a bunkhouse, then I want to tear the bunks out, and I want to make a walk-in closet. Don't make modifications to your trailer you can't put back to factory spec because you just gutted your trade-in and resale value. If you were going to look at an RV where somebody modified a room somehow, your first instinct is always, what kind of hillbilly, jury-rigged, rednecky fix did they put into this thing? I ain't gonna buy that unless they give it away. Well, why would the next person feel any different about your trailer? I know that you've got that sentimental value built into it that I know I did it right, but they don't know that. They don't have confidence in your work. They don't know you. You know, that there's a difference there. If the kids are going to be leaving soon, consider either a middle bonus room or a non-bunkhouse with a supplemental sleeping space, like a hide-a-bed or a big dinette or something like that. And obviously, if it's just the two of you, you probably don't need to look at bunks at all. But I figured that pretty much went without saying. So a couple more things to think about, things to chew on. Bottom line, if you're not sure, use our experience. My wife will agree with you. I'm a tool. Use me as a tool. I don't know if that's how she meant it, but use our experience, guys. We do this all day, every day. And you may have owned 3 or 4 campers in your lifetime, but we've looked at, touched, moved, sold, worked on tens of thousands. We have volumes of experience for you to tap into. But we need you to call us to do that. I'm more than happy to take the time, but we need to learn about your family. You know, people say, what should I get? Well, I don't know. Tell me about your family. Tell me about your kids. Tell me about what you do for a living and how you travel. Because this all shapes the floor plan you should look at. And sometimes you just don't agree with our suggestion, and you say, I just like the look of that other one. Great. let's get you camping. I don't care. Don't let anyone spend your money. You do it how you think is fun. We can give you ideas and suggestions. You make the decisions. So short of that, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.